All right. So, you already know, man. I joined. I sold out, bro.
What you mean?
I sold out, my nigga. I sold out. I came to the podcast world. I didn't even want to do a podcast, but
You joined this right here?
I joined.
Well, you joined the
Rock.
Jim Carrey one?
I joined the Rock, my nigga. But yeah,
Rock Nation?
nah. I wish.
Rockefeller?
I wish. Matter of fact, you talking about that? This is the reason why, my nigga. I wanted to interview you and shit.
Alright.
First of all, I'm calling this versus. It's just pretty much me versus whoever's in the opposite part of the table, right? But it's not really. It's not a debate. We just gonna have a conversation because I always want to learn about shit. And I was telling my brother, I was like, yo, every time that I talk about music, my nigga, right here, Aki's is one of the go-tos. Because every time I would mention a hip hop head that I thought that you would know about, I remember when I first found out about Action Bronson, you already was on it, B. I was just like, yo, this nigga.
He's not even he's from down the block.
He is from down the block.
Like Woodhaven and shit.
Yeah. Big body Best used to be over here on Fulton and shit.
By the chicken spot.
Yeah, by the chicken spot.
I seen him once, turning the corner, oh shit. That's him.
You seen? Nah, I seen him when he was a nobody.
Who?
Big Body Best. I'm talking about. I seen him
I didn't know him until Action Bronson, but I seen him after knowing him through video. He walked by me. I was like, oh, that's
Oh, nah. I seen Big Body Best when I worked the top to bottom right here on Fulton.
All right, so you would see him because
yeah, he'll come through with I forgot his name, little Puerto Rican cat with the long hair and shit. He'll come through whatever. I seen him go into the store. He didn't buy shit. You know what I mean? But he was there.
I used to do that.
Yeah, everybody used to do that shit. But he came into the store. And shit, and he would just be there with the Puerto Rican cat. And then I seen him another time that they had scrapped right there on Fulton. But he didn't get in it though. It was his man's though. But he was. I ain't gonna say he wasn't trying to get in it, but you know. But yeah, Big Body Best is from right here, from East New York. Yeah. I never seen Action Bronson though, but I know a shorty that's
seen him once. Now out here though, I seen him in Queens of the Mall.
In Queens of the Mall.
And I didn't know it was him. Me and my brother saw him, and he I was like, "Is that?" He was like, "Nah, he kind of short."
Yeah.
He kind of short, but I was like, "Nah, it's not him." Then we act like we going to buy.
Yeah.
He's eating there some shit, and we walk by. I'm like, "What is it?"
He didn't say nothing?
Nah.
Damn.
He was eating. And he looked like he was working out and shit.
What do you mean? Sweating and shit?
Not sweat. I mean, I'm not saying he was bummy, but sweats and a long shirt.
And I feel like that's how he always looks.
Probably, but he was he was bald back then, had a long beard. I was like, that's him. Yeah. So we walked by and I was like, oh shit.
Not for nothing. Action Bronson, my nigga. When I first heard him, I was like, yo, this is Ghostface or who, my nigga? I didn't even know who the fuck it was. Until I saw Action Bronson. Then I saw he was white. I was like, all right. And he's Albanian, which is half Albanian.
So is he white?
Albanian is white.
When you start breaking down the whites, they seem less white.
What you mean?
Because you could be like, I'm Italian. And you're like, you're not that white no more.
Italians are not that white. I feel like Albanian.
You think like you French. You're like
Albanian is straight Europe, boy. Straight.
But
Europe.
it's kind of Arab. I don't want to disrespect nobody, but it feels a little
Arab.
More
it's
Eastern Europe.
I think there's Muslims in Albanian Muslims, Catholic. I know this because I don't want to put nobody out, but I've been with a couple shorties that were Albanian, so I know that some of them are Muslim and there's Catholic Albanians, and I think he's half Jewish or some shit.
Amongst us, you do look Dominican or Puerto Rican, but I remember I was in Times Square, son. I was walking, and I used to always get halal.
Halal?
Like the halal truck.
Oh, you used to always get it? I thought you mean people would say that you halal. No. I was about to say, what?
No, but I went to buy it, and the dude was like, you look like my friend. Like, where you from? Like, I'm Dominican. He was like, oh, nah, my friend from Egypt. I'm like, that's weird.
From Egypt?
Like, his friend was Egyptian. Now, my beard was crazy. I was wolfing like crazy.
Yeah, that's the new shit now.
It was winter. I was all bundled up, and my beard was up to my eyes and shit.
Nah, you wildin'.
My beard was up to here. So I was like, all right, I get it.
Well,
I might look Middle Eastern.
I think, listen, I may be biased when I say this, but I'm going to say this, though. I feel like Dominicans, we're the only race that could blend in, besides Chinese people. Because you see a Chino anywhere in the hood, in any part of the world, and people will be like, whatever, right?
They Chinese, even if they are Dominican. There's mad Dominicans that popped up that are Chinese descent.
Yeah,
but they're born in DR, and nobody will ever say Dominican.
Put the mic a little bit on. You know what I mean? You got it.
Just go up right there.
Yeah, you push it up. You can push it up. There you go. You can push it up.
All right.
But like I was saying, I feel this is what I meant by
They're
that.
always Chinese, even if they Korean or something.
But nah, listen though. But that's fucked up though.
Nah, they know it too. They be like, they call me Chino, and my parents are from Japan.
Well,
like,
when I worked in the sneaker store, and the Koreans hated being called Chinese. They hate that shit. I even asked one. I was like, yo, like, what's the big deal? Like, it's so like, you know, like you should be used to it. This is a grown man I'm talking to. You know what I mean? It's like you being Dominican your whole life. Somebody like, you Puerto Rican? Like, you're not gonna get offended after like fucking what, like 5 years of hearing it. You're gonna be like, nah, man, I'm Dominican, but I get that all the time. No, the Korean cat, he pretty much was like, he told me straight up, he was like, yo, I'm Korean. He was like, how would you like it if somebody came up to you and was like, yo, what's up, Mexican? And I was just like, I feel like telling him like, yeah, but Mexicans look a certain way. But, you know, but I didn't want to say that because I didn't also want to like, no disrespect to nobody listening or watching. It's just, I didn't want to say like, you all look the same, which is fucked up to say. But it's like, come on, man. Like, you know, like you have to understand, like nobody's trying to be a racist. But then again, you know, this is Brooklyn and people don't give a fuck. And, you know, there's cats out there that be like, Chino. Even if a guy be like, no, I'm Coreano, they're going to be like, no, you Chino. That's how people are here. You know what I mean? I don't know how it is anywhere else. We talking about New York. Like Brooklyn here in New York City. You know what I mean?
I mean, Hispanics as a whole don't know no other country that ain't China. In Asia. Like, that's all it is. You a Chino. But I think it's like, from the outside looking in.
Yeah.
They look similar, but to us, looking at them, they look the same for the most part. I think they could tell their differences, just like we could tell a Mexican from a Dominican.
But that's easy though. You get what I'm trying to say? You mean to tell me you're gonna see a Mexican and be like, oh, that's a Dominican. You know it's a Mexican. The thing, and now if you say, all right, that I don't know if I was to be like that Mexican, that's Mexican right there, and you be like, nah, that's Colombian. I'd be like, my nigga, I don't know, or Ecuadorian. You know what I mean? Or Mexican, or Salvadorian. I think
a Colombian and a Venezuelan. Like, yeah, exactly. I could see somebody confusing them. A Dominican and a Puerto Rican.
Yeah, but ain't nobody gonna be like, that's a Dominican is a Mexican. And listen, we
Asians might. That's my point. They might think we all look the same.
You think so?
Probably.
That's just probably an angry Asian. You know what I mean? Like that's my personal opinion.
You could be proud of your culture, your heritage, your nationality, your race, even, as long as you don't put every other race down.
Yeah. Well, I don't do that, but white people seem to be doing that shit. There's a lot. Like,
and also they say that they're the only ones who could do that. I'm talking about people that are not white. Whoa. Say that white people, you can't be racist towards white people.
You heard that?
That's some people say that.
But you heard that from a white person, or you heard that?
No, from minorities.
Okay.
They would say you can't be racist towards a white person.
You can't be racist? You can't.
That's what they say. Because you can't oppress them. Now, they could be racist towards you, but you can say whatever you want about white people.
Not for nothing, man. That's true, but we're talking in general, like probably how it is anywhere else, but in the hood, shit ain't like that.
What you mean? The whites are the minorities? That's what you're saying?
Over here, like, come on.
That's what you're saying?
Come on.
No, you're saying that white people get oppressed in the hood.
But it's the way the hood is. The hood belongs pretty much to the minorities.
You could say that.
It does.
You can say that, but also you could say,
who owns all the delis in the hood?
Oh, the minorities.
The minorities.
Okay, but then there's gentrification. Where the hood doesn't become it changes into something else. It ain't the hood no more.
The hood ain't the hood anymore. That's for sure.
The hood making a comeback. Over the summer, the hood made a comeback.
Where?
In Brooklyn. What?
Where?
I know you be outside and shit, but you ain't hear of all the shootings like every day in Brooklyn.
Well, that's happening because of the pandemic and all that crime. No,
I'm saying I'm not saying why it happened. I'm just saying it made a comeback.
What the hood
during the summer? Yes.
Oh, you're trying to say that made
you went outside? You felt like you was in the hood again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I remember late last year I was like, "What happened in Brooklyn? Ain't the hood no more." Like I was kind of like feeling bad about it, but then over
Right?
something I'm like,
Right?
I don't want
You
this.
see, I'm glad you said that because I miss like I miss when it would be like pretty much people just in the park doing the barbecues and blasting like whether it be the rap music,
the good stuff.
yeah, the good
The
stuff,
good stuff that the hood brings.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly, yeah, because there's like a culture within the hood.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And
Everybody
we all
loves the
all
hood.
appreciate it.
Yeah, yeah, it's black.
That's
people,
why white
Spanish
people want to come over here. They want a little bit of that. They don't want to get shot,
Nah,
robbed,
nah.
and shit. But they
Listen, not for nothing.
They don't want the negatives.
I got white fans, but
Yeah.
this is the truth.
Alright.
They ain't coming here because they want to be part of the culture. They coming here because the rent is cheaper. Come on.
I mean, kind
Come
of,
on,
but
bro.
they can also go to like the sticks. Rent is cheaper there too.
But they want to come here.
They want to be close to New York. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
I could accept that. They want to be
Yeah.
close to Manhattan, but in the cheaper rent.
They're pushing everybody out of Bushwick.
It's not cheap though, but it's cheaper than Manhattan.
Everything is going up in Bushwick.
No, but New York as a whole is expensive. But compared to Manhattan, Brooklyn is cheaper.
Yeah, and they're all coming
right.
here. But
Yeah.
they're fucking it all up for everybody else. I've noticed a lot of people from Brooklyn are moving to the Bronx. If you notice that, a lot of people from Brooklyn are moving to the Bronx because the Bronx is like the only spot where it's like rent is like what Brooklyn rent was years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago. Because, you know, not for nothing, it's Jews. Like I'm talking about what you call those guys with the big trench, with the trench coats with the high hats. I don't know what you call
They're
it.
Jewish, but they're a specific Jew.
Yeah, yeah, I don't-
Jewish.
I
I,
don't
don't
know
say Jew.
what-
I don't
I don't
offend
know.
them. They're Hasidic Jews.
There you go. That.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the ones coming straight up and just buying everything. And listen, I know this because I have a business in Bushwick and Knickerbocker, right? I had a Jew.
A Jewish person.
A Jewish person, man. I keep calling him Jew. Like,
'Cause
you know,
they might get offended. You don't want to.
I don't want to listen. It ain't no
I
offense.
mean, even now niggas be saying they be going
every-
wild on the Jews or the Jewish people. It's kind of okay to come at them now because they don't wear masks, but still, it's not safe.
Yeah,
They still got power.
the no-
Not all the power. I don't
the no
wanna-
mask shit is ridiculous, bro. The no mask shit is ridiculous. But then again, I ain't shit either because I wasn't wearing a mask for a little bit until I started seeing people dropping like flies. Then I was like, you know what? I care about my mom. You know what I mean? So I threw on that mask because to be
You
honest,
you would hate to be the reason that something happened.
yeah. But to be honest, come on, man. Us young people, let's be real. We don't give a fuck about no damn flu because that's what the coronavirus is. We know we'll be down for a day. We go buy that Tropicana. We drink that. We get the dollar soup, cup noodle soup. We'll be straight. You know what I mean? Let's knock on wood.
We will walk that shit off.
Yeah, we'll. The chances of us surviving are high.
Very.
The
Yeah.
only thing that fucks with me, and pretty much fucks with you, I'm sure, or anybody who has a conscience, is their parents. You know what I mean? So then I get a little upset with when Jewish people don't want to wear the mask, but I understand too. So I make it my business not to go around where the fuck they're at. You know what I mean? But back to what I was saying that I completely forgot. Remind me.
These are the Hasidic.
Okay.
Just to make sure, because
Okay.
there's Jewish people that are just like,
Hasidic Jews.
you're Catholic, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Well, Hasidic Jews are supposedly like the super religious ones.
They're super religious.
Yeah, super religious ones.
That's like a different.
But
that's
they're
like
the
a-
ones that got a lot of bread because they're the ones buying all these buildings out here.
They're the ones that you could spot with your eyes. That's
Yes.
another thing. You see them,
Yes.
and they always more than one of them, and they don't really do shit outside of their community.
Yes.
But this regular Jewish people just
No,
everywhere.
Yeah. Miss Marks. Shout out Miss Marks. If you
Yeah,
ever see
this-
she was a Jew. She was a Jewish woman, and she was wearing a Bill Cosby sweater. Like
Yeah.
she was chilling.
And they love comedy. Not
Yeah.
to generalize, but
Yeah, and I know she was my teacher for like 4 years, and I never knew she was Jewish until like my junior year. And I was like, Miss Marks, I'm like Miss Marks. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't expect that last name. You know what I mean? Shout out to Miss Marks. You know what I mean? She was the one that showed me that Coca-Cola is terrible for your teeth. Terrible, bro.
I heard Coca-Cola is good for a lot of things except for consumption.
Yeah, you clean rust with that shit.
Yeah, you clean rusty screws and shit.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Clean the windshield of your car, you just throw that on there.
Yeah, that shit is crazy, and people are drinking that like it's all good. But all right,
Shout out to Coca-Cola if they want to sponsor.
yeah, if they want to sponsor me,
We open the sponsorships.
We'll put it right here in the center of this table.
It's good for a lot of things.
Listen, Coca-Cola should fucking just Coca-Cola should embrace the fact that people can drink this shit and it can be used to clean stuff. They should have a Coca-Cola
Multi-purpose.
Yeah, multi-purpose. Like, yo, this Coca-Cola, you can drink it and you could take the rust out of your bumper, fucking clean shit. You could fucking unclog your toilets, all kinds of shit. That's just smart marketing. You know what I mean? Like, they should embrace it. They'll probably get mad, like, oh, you know what I mean? That's gonna tarnish our product. No, it's not. Yo, you can't drink bleach.
I mean,
You can't drink bleach.
You can't drink bleach. You could drink Coca-Cola, which is like bleach
Yes.
for your insides.
Yes.
But
I saw a video where a person took a tooth and left it in Coca-Cola overnight and it was gone by the morning. Listen, I drink Diet Coke.
I heard that's even worse. Anything that has diet on it,
Yeah.
sugar is bad, but at least it's natural. Whatever they sweeten this shit with, and they calling it diet, I don't trust.
I think all kinds of sugars is bad, but I love it.
But it's natural.
What,
That's
sugar?
the thing. Yeah, sugar's natural.
How sugar is natural?
It's from the ground.
Sugar?
Hells yeah. You ain't know sugar was... You never had a sugar cane, you Dominican?
Oh, I had a sugar cane.
That's where sugar's from.
That's caña, B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they dry it out and they get sugar from that. It's from the ground.
But then again, supposedly sugar cane is like better for you than that bleached, dried, powdered sugar.
I would assume, yeah. You're getting it right from the ground. So
I don't listen.
once it goes through processes, you already know. It's just getting worse.
It's getting worse.
It's getting
yeah.
worse.
Like, listen, any listeners listening, you go to DR and you see a sugar cane and you see Dominicans jump off the back of a truck or open all the doors and run towards them and just cut some with like some machetes. I recommend you go to them and say, hey, can I have some? And they're gonna give you a piece and you're gonna love it. And the thing is, you're not supposed to swallow the piece. You're supposed to only chew on it. It's something you just chew on and you spit out. You just enjoy the flavor. Okay? I don't know. That's what I heard. Listen. I came here 3 months, right?
What?
I came here 3 months old. So
I thought you said 3 months ago.
I came 3 months old. So I don't really know if there's people in DR that are actually eating the shit. I remember when I went there, they were saying don't eat it, just chew it. And I was like,
you mean actually swallowing the?
Yeah,
nah, B, nah. You don't do that.
Okay, well.
You chew on it, and you spit it out. Like you just
Got
pause. You suck on it, and all the juices, and then you
Yeah.
spit out the dried out.
Yeah.
Cane.
Well, sugar cane.
Yeah,
Natural
it's like
sugar
sugar
cane.
cane.
It's awesome. It's
It's
awesome.
sugar cane. Y'all should know what that is.
Yeah, sugar cane is awesome. But all right, let me jump back to the Jewish story. So I have a business in Bushwick. Bushwick, Knickerbocker is like, it used to be really Hispanic. Now it's like a mix of white and Spanish. White people are starting to move in.
East Williamsburg.
Yeah. So pretty much, I'm in a store. I'm in the store actually, my store, and I'm minding my business or whatever, and I see this
Literally.
I see a Jewish guy, like walking back and forth, and I was just like, whoa, well, there's another Jewish guy trying to buy a building. That's immediately what I thought. Now, I knew
A Hasidic Jew.
an Hasidic Jew, and then I see he stops and he looks at me from outside of my store, and he just walks in. And when he walks in, he goes, he says to me, nothing about the store. He goes like that, like nothing about the store. He wanted to make sure, like he didn't want to talk to me, nothing about the store. He goes, I've been looking for the owner of the building next door. Do you know when he comes around? I've been trying to call him. He doesn't answer. And I was like, no. I was like, there's people always there in the front. There's always like these Mexican guys that live there, always in the front. Like this Mexican guys there in the front, like, ask them, they'll know. And the Jewish guy literally says this to me. He says, oh no, those are shirts. Exactly. And you see what you did there? I went like that. I was like, at first I thought I heard wrong. And I was just like, I was like, no. I heard him say he's like, no, those are shirts. And then I go, no, they're right there. The people right there, they live there. Ask them. And then he goes like, no, those are shirts. To this day,
He meant mannequins. Like he
I don't know.
He was looking past them. Like he just thought there was just mannequins
I don't
standing
know what
there.
that means. That's
Still?
to this day. Like, you see what your reaction was? That's exactly... Because when he said that shit the first time, where I was like, no, the people right there, the Mexican guys, they live there. Ask them. They'll know when the owner comes. He goes like, oh, no. Those are shirts. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, oh, no, man. It's right there. Like, the guys that live there, they live there. They'll tell you. No. Those are shirts. And I was just like, okay. And he goes, well, if you see the owner, here's my card. Have him call me. And I was like, okay. And I've never seen this Jewish guy again.
Now, quick question: have you seen Borat #2?
No, I haven't.
You should watch it. Probably there's a skit in there, and that's you being asked about the owner next door, and it's him in a Hasidic Jew outfit. That sounds like straight up a skit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, this happened to me for real, man.
When was this?
This happened about probably 2 or 3 years ago.
It's probably too long ago.
Yeah, it's like 2 or 3 years ago, and I never seen the Jewish guy again. And the Mexican that lives there he told me straight up, he was like, yo, I don't know who the owner is, but the Mexican guy's been living there for years, right? Mm-hmm. And he said that he told the Jewish guy, sorry guys, he told the Jewish guy the only way he was going to buy that building was when his bones turned to ash.
Who said this again?
The Mexican guy, the tenant. This sounds like complete bullshit, but this is a fact. Sometimes I feel like putting the Mexican guy in the vlog so people can believe me. You know what I mean? When they hear this, they're going to be like, there's no way. But this is a fact.
Now, the tenant.
Yeah.
What's his attitude towards the...
towards what? Jewish people?
The owner.
I never seen the owner.
No, but how do you know that he's the tenant, not the owner?
Oh, because nobody goes looking for whatever it's not a Spanish name. It's like a white name. You know what I mean?
Now, when he said that, who was it that said that he would never sell the building?
No, nobody said that. The tenant said that the only way he would ever get the building was when his bones were ash.
Meaning that he has control of the building.
No, meaning that he has to die. The Mexican guy.
Because he has control of the building.
Because he has control of the building.
Okay.
And the thing is, I got a glimpse of inside the building, and it's a Brooklyn housing is like left and right apartments, 3 floors, so it's 6 apartments. Mm-hmm. No, he took even the hallway is his nigga. Like he has clothes in the hallways, all kinds of shit, and he has the apartments, and he rents out the apartments to certain people, not all of them.
Ah, okay, I see what happened.
Oh, you know about this?
I don't know about it, but I'm just saying it was probably abandoned and.
Yeah, but where's the owner?
He abandoned it. That's what abandoned means.
So, I don't know.
Nobody knows what happened, but this Mexican dude probably came and was like...
But it's not under his name.
I know, but he's like, nobody's looking for nothing, so it's mine.
Pretty much. So when he said that to me, the Jewish guy, like, oh no, those are just shirts. That's the part of the story where I was confused. Now, I don't know what he meant by that. I don't know if that's like a Jewish, like, thing that they say, or is it maybe this Jewish guy was just being an asshole. I don't know, but he like dismissed me saying that. Like he wasn't like even disrespectful to me. He was just like, oh no, those are shirts.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what?
I think you should ask your fans. Maybe somebody might know. Leave it in the comments.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna leave it in the comments because I don't know what
it sounds disrespectful. It's like that Kevin Hart in that movie.
Well,
40-year-old virgin.
When you think about it, somebody called you a shirt, you wouldn't be as offended if somebody like cursed you out.
I mean, I might go home, Urban Dictionary this shit, and then be pissed.
Yeah, but a shirt. I don't know, bro.
What if it means some crazy shit?
He called him a shirt twice. To me, not to the Mexican guy. To me, he said, "Oh no, those are shirts." Now I don't know if he's trying to say like those are just things that are there. Or those are just something that's there for the moment. I don't know what he meant by that shit. And the thing is, people always tell you things, and sometimes you say, you know what, I wish I could have like asked, like, yo, what do you mean by that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like what?
You thought about it later, like what?
Like yeah, what the fuck that means?
What if he went to them first and he was like, oh, you should ask the guy, and he's like, nah, those just pants. Talking about you, how would you feel now?
Well. Listen, what I say is this. We're talking about because I saw that he I wouldn't have been. I probably would have been like, what? He called me pants if I didn't hear him call somebody else shirts. You get what I'm trying to say?
So you gotta keep them separate. So once you, if you would have went to talk to the shirts, y'all would have came together and became an outfit against the Hasidics.
But listen. The whole point of the story, Hasidic Jews here in Brooklyn. I don't know anywhere else in Brooklyn.
Shout out to the Hasidic Jews. Yeah, they good peoples.
I don't know none.
I mean,
you know them?
No, I'm saying they stay within their community.
Yeah, but that's fucked up.
Like I've been out in Crown Heights, and
I would love to have an Hasidic Jew here, but they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. I doubt they would. I know I met an Hasidic Jew in B&H, the store where I go to buy like camera stuff. His name was Mosha. He was pretty cool.
You sure he was acidic?
Yeah, he had the little curls,
I
and he liked my stage name. He was like Joe Chris, because you know in the system is Joe Chris. I was like, yeah. He was like, well, I like that name. Maybe he was trying to make a sale, but
he's trying to make a buy.
I already bought something.
No disrespect. No, he's trying to buy your name.
Well, listen,
buy your whole brand. You need representation.
Listen, Acidic Jews, I don't know enough about them, so I would love to talk to them, but I doubt they'll do a podcast. There's probably an Acidic Jew podcast.
No, they own shit.
Yeah,
they don't do it. They own it.
Listen,
no disrespect to the Acidic Jews, because we start going down this hole, we start sounding racist.
We're not racist at all. We just, the thing is, we don't know enough about them.
We know they own shit,
and I commend it. I think Acidic Jews are great business people.
Oh yeah, the best.
Yeah. Like, listen, I see them go to Walmart. They're trying to waste no money.
No,
you know what I mean. And I think that's smart. People be like, "Oh, that's cheap." No, that's smart.
They only spend to buy the whole thing.
Yes. They buy wholesale.
The whole thing.
They ain't trying to buy one. Yeah, and I listen. I think you can learn a lot from Acidic Jews by the way that they move.
That's what people always saying. Like the community.
Yeah.
Like if black people, Hispanics, if we move like that, we'd be in a better position.
Yeah, and Acidic Jews, in
society,
they don't give a fuck about Jordans. They don't give a fuck about.
They
fits.
sell you the Jordans.
They'll sell you. They keep their. It's like the Steve Jobs thing that I was trying to tell people. Like the Steve Jobs method is he kept the same wardrobe, so he wouldn't waste time. You know what I mean? I think Acidic Jews been doing that for years, B. You know what I mean? They the originators.
You're right.
They're the originators.
And you gotta think about much. Like
they
black hat, black trench coat, black shoes.
Yeah, high hat.
Now they shirt underneath they might get freaky with it. Like
what you mean?
Because they got the coat, you can't see it, so they might. That's where they get creative.
I don't know that.
Or they boxers, no homo. They probably them shits.
See, but that's where you got
polka dots and shit. Like,
well, that's what we got. That's where we got to interview one. Well, if I ever got that chance, I'll definitely do it. You know what I mean? But
hopefully.
But yeah, man. What do you think about hip hop right now, bro? Like the state of hip hop.
I think it's in a very good spot.
You think it's in a very good spot?
Yeah.
For real? Who's your favorite rapper right now?
You mean that's like current or like all time?
No. Right now. We're not talking about the golden age hip hop. We're talking about right now.
You're not talking about all time. You're talking about just current state rappers.
Who right now is that rapper that you're like, I fucks with him?
It's tough because it changes, because the top dogs are still the top dogs. They've been the top dogs for like 10 years.
Who?
Drake, Cole, Kendrick.
Kendrick hasn't put out no music.
Kendrick hasn't put out anything in a while, but
so he can't be a top dog.
He would be, but since he hasn't.
Well, Kendrick is Kendrick. He puts something out, it's gonna go.
Every time it's a classic. Every time, even that unmastered, unmixed shit, I fucked with that shit.
You fucked with that?
Hell yeah.
It was dope. But
I fuck with that shit.
The reason I asked you is because I always, like I said from the beginning of the podcast, I said, "Yo, you are super duper hip hop head," because anytime I mention something, you already knew who he was.
Yeah.
And you would put me on, be like, "Yo, you heard this other joint?" I'd be like, nah, like you always know something. I remember when I first heard Jay Elect, and I told you about it. You was like, "Yo, he has mad shit out already," and I was like, "What? I only heard this one song," and he was like, "Nah, man, he got mad shit out," and I'll be like, "All right," you know what I mean? So, but the thing is, I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna talk to you about how hip hop looks right now," because right now, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I don't know what the fuck hip hop is right now.
Since you mentioned Jay Elect, I'll put him as the top.
Jay Elect?
For me right now.
He just put out an album with Jay-Z on every fucking track.
There's an asterisk on his name because an album leaked like a month ago. You heard about that?
You're right.
Which was his debut. Supposed to come out in 2012. But it came out a month ago. Leaked. And he was forced to put it on Tidal and shit like that. To me, that shit is fire.
And Jay Elect is dope.
And it kind of proved like a theory.
About what?
That because people always say, "Oh, we live in the microwave era." That's why music doesn't hit like it used to. Like they usually say is one or two things. We live in the microwave era. You listen to a song, you probably won't listen to it again.
Yeah.
Listen to an album, like the shit that come out now.
I listened to a song like 10 fucking times.
What's the last song you listened to 10 times?
Well, I'll say this. A song that I keep coming back to.
Yeah. Like, okay.
It's Juice World. All girls are the same.
All right.
I fucks with Juice World.
Okay.
You see, Juice World is one of the new artists that I fucked with, because I'm not into this whole weirdo shit with the colored hair and all that. That shit is not for me, B.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But Juice World, he rapped. He really rapped. Like, he wasn't like bullshit. He was rapping and he made good songs. I find myself going back to him. Pop Smoke, I think, would have been one of the good ones. You know,
Okay.
until what happened. I liked Uzi for a little bit. And Trippie Redd.
Now,
And Trippie Redd.
Uzi's last 2 albums, that he dropped 2 albums like a week apart. You listen to them?
No. I didn't
Not even
know
the
that.
once. The once over.
I didn't even know that.
You ain't know that?
I didn't even know that.
He dropped the album and was like, all right, the deluxe coming out next week. And the deluxe was like completely new songs.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's like 2 different albums. And he
didn't know that.
sold crazy records though.
Yeah?
Both times, yeah. In 2 weeks.
Maybe I was too angry at hip hop at that time to even notice.
Alright. But like that, I would listen to it once and probably not listen to it again.
Really?
For the most part.
Why? It's not for you?
It don't hit me like that. Not like how music used to. Now, the theory about Jay Elect, he dropped the album with Jay-Z, same thing. Listen to it once. I'm waiting on this album, like whatever. For how long? Jay Elect, when was the last time you heard from him? 09?
I live. This is like my third house I lived in.
He's been
Like I heard
dropping
of him.
albums since.
I don't know, man.
Remember that? Every year it was like, oh, it's coming.
Jay
Around like 2015, they stopped because it was like, you know what?
yeah, because like, people be like, nah, he's never coming out. When he dropped the album, I was like, it's too late. Like, I didn't even want to listen to it. But then I was like, you know what? Let me listen to it, because like a part of me was like, I know this nigga can rap. So I love lyricism. So when I played it, I was just like,
Nah.
it's not for me. Like, I couldn't listen to it.
Okay.
Like the first track, I was like, okay. But then I felt like it was just like rambling. And I was just like, skip. And then more rambling and skip. Then Jay-Z, like, oh shit, Jay. Like I didn't even know Jay was on every song.
It was like a Watch the Throne.
I didn't know that. Cause then I
It
kept
shouldn't have been
skipping.
though, but it was. It should have been a Jay Electronica solo project.
So didn't like Jay said that he fucking like loves Jay like he loves his music or
He
something.
got to love Jay Elect because he had him on the label for 15 years without dropping music. You gotta love somebody. Like, what money he making off him?
Yeah, well,
But he keeps him there.
Jay got enough money to probably just care like about the art of the music. That's probably what it is.
Or he probably was just sticking it to P. Diddy. Remember he was about to sign with P. Diddy, Jay Elect, at first?
Was he?
Oh,
Listen,
nah, motherfucker. Get live, motherfucker. You remember this Exhibit C?
nah.
That's Just Blaze at the beginning doing that whole P. Diddy shit. He was going to sign to Bad Boy.
Thank God he didn't. Listen,
Well,
listen.
thank God P. Diddy would have him in the studio. You know P. Diddy don't play.
P Diddy don't play.
He don't play with that.
P Diddy don't
You
play.
ain't gonna just be not dropping music for 10 years.
But listen, I remember when I was fucking with like the Sony shit. There was people. I'm not gonna say no names. Okay. I might bleep out Sony because I don't want Sony to be upset in the future if something happens, right? But I had people, not from Sony, just people that was around the people from Sony, that would just say, "Don't sign with Bad Boy. You'll never come out." And then I kept hearing this. I kept hearing this at different points of the year, and then out of nowhere, Diddy sold Bad Boy. You heard what I said?
Yeah.
So I was just like, you know what? I like Diddy. I just wouldn't sign with Diddy. Would you sign with Diddy? That's the real question. If you had this catalog, you had fans, you had all this stuff, and Diddy was to be like, I want to sign you. Don't act like you won't be hesitant to be like, I don't know if I want to fucking sign with Diddy.
Wait, if I got the fans already?
If you got the fans.
Hell no. I won't sign with nobody. Not right now. 2020 crazy.
Exactly. This is now we going into the right topic.
2005?
Yes.
Probably not. Not Diddy.
A 15-year-old me would have signed to Diddy like an idiot.
Probably not Diddy. No disrespect to Diddy, but he doesn't have the best track record with artists,
Yeah, I fucks with Diddy.
and
though,
everybody hates him
I fucks
except
with
the
him.
one that can't say nothing.
Who?
Biggie. He can't. He
Well,
can't say he hate him.
Well, Biggie made him who he is.
No, I know that. But
Meaning, like, who Diddy is now, I mean.
Of course.
Diddy has always been Diddy. You know what I'm trying to say? Though.
I know.
And
but
Biggie was the one that was like, "This is the man you got to go to."
so you're saying his relationship with Biggie was different?
It definitely was.
It had to be.
It definitely because he
They were like partners. Even if
Yeah, he catapulted. And then I heard who I forgot. I don't know if it was Irv that said it. I think Irv Gotti was the one that said it. He said that since Biggie was on Bad Boy, that Big was making a label with Universal and he was gonna sign Diddy as his first artist and blow him up. Cause that's it. They're saying that's what it was supposed to do. I think Irv Gotti was the one that said that. He said that Biggie was gonna start a label.
Mm-hmm.
He
and sign Diddy.
And sign Diddy as his artist, like a reversal, like how Diddy signed him, and he he was the man, and he was gonna take Diddy on his label and make him the man. And let's be honest, like I was mad young, so I don't remember this, but from what I hear, I heard that when Biggie died, Diddy went up. Like he was
instantly.
Like he was the shit.
Are you crazy? Boom, 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 dum, dum,
Like,
dum, dum. You know that song?
Yeah, I heard he went.
Diamond.
Yeah, Diamond. Yeah.
Diamond. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he went up.
And that's P Diddy's album right after
No Way Out.
No Way Out.
No Way Out.
The Benjamins.
I love that fucking album.
I mean, Biggie's all on it, but that's P Diddy as an artist for the first time.
And it was dope.
Crazy records.
And it was dope. Then it was dope. It was dope.
Crazy records.
But then after that, what was it? Who was another artist that was big? It was Mace, and then what else? What else happened? Who was the next big artist that came out of Bad Boy? That
like Big?
Yeah.
No, not like Biggie. I'm just
well,
saying.
not like Big, but
no. That's like Mace level at least.
Well, it was supposed to be Sean, right?
Sean came out.
Sean
the
was
boom.
dope. Yeah.
Got locked up.
For Diddy.
I don't know about that.
It's been well documented.
Nah.
It's been well documented, bro.
Allegedly, he shot somebody over an altercation that P Diddy was in.
That's what they saying.
No, well, allegedly, yes.
Listen, I'm going off.
He probably pled not guilty. I'm not going to just say he's guilty, even if he did the time.
Sean pretty much said it like he was like he was the one with the gun or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He took it on the chin. You know what I mean? Like Sean didn't deny shit.
Yeah.
Diddy also. I don't think Did Diddy deny? I can't really remember, but
no, Diddy was like, I ain't do nothing,
which is not a lie.
Not a lie.
Which is not a lie.
It was over him though.
Well, I guess so. Yeah, Sean did say something like that though, and then Diddy did like.
Sean was the goon.
Yeah, then Diddy supposedly wanted to piece it up with Sean, which made it look more like okay, maybe there is more to it.
Piece what up? When?
Like he wanted to make peace with Sean
Recently.
Yeah, like I think like after he came out or whatever, and
yeah, when they were doing that Bad Boy tour.
Was it also Diddy just want him on the tour?
He had him on the tour, but he can't.
He had him on the tour.
He got deported. He had him on the screen.
Damn.
Yeah, he's in Belize.
Isn't Sean an Hasidic Jew?
Not Hasidic. I don't think he's Hasidic, but he's Jewish.
And Sean's a goon.
He's Jewish.
Sean's a goon, bro. Sean's a goon.
He's Jewish though.
Sean's a fucking goon, bro. I fucks with Sean.
That first album was fire. Even the second one.
Yo, not for nothing. I feel like the second one was one of the best albums I heard in a minute, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah, because remember, this is like the 50 Cent era. 50 Cent was 50 Cent at that time. And then that joint came out. How he recorded it from jail, I have no idea. And that shit had Foxy Brown on it. I remember that. And I remember going to high school and shit, bumping that to the way to school. And I was just like, yo, this fucking album is amazing.
But when you hear it, the sound quality is not as good as the first one. You could tell like there was a budget on this one. Like this was like recorded from jail.
Did he ever say why? Did he ever say how he recorded it? Because I remember in the interview I looked it up. He didn't want to talk about that.
I don't know.
He didn't want to talk about how he recorded the album.
Loki was probably like this. Like,
you think so?
Like during the visitation, like just put your verse right here, and they probably recorded it. I don't know.
I love that. I fucking love More or Less.
Or they probably got the cops to give them like, they hear what you're saying when you go to. So it was like, yo, can you just rewind that back and send that MP3 to me?
I fucking love that. Listen, I love that album, bro. I love that album. More or Less, I love that.
It sounds more raw than the first one.
Yeah, I love that album.
It came out like in 03 or something, right? It sounded like 99, 98.
Was it? I think it was like 04, 05.
But it sound way older.
It do.
Like you say, the 50 Cent era was more bright.
50 Cent was just, listen, Get Rich or Die trying to change my life. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to put it on record right now. If it wasn't for Get Rich or Die trying, I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what I would have done. They're playing some Spanish music upstairs. You see, this is the culture. This is the culture, so people get it.
It's New York right here.
Yeah, there's Dominicans upstairs. But
Get Rich or Die Trying.
yeah, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Fire. Now, I got put on the 50 in high school, but it was not the before Get Rich or Die Trying. I don't know if you heard them before that.
Yeah,
Did you,
Power
right?
of $1.50.
I didn't even know what it was. I just bought mad mixtapes and it was all 50 all up and down. Like the organization of like
Because there's three 50 cents, I feel.
what you mean?
Three different, not eras, but three different versions of 50 Cent coming up. There's Power of $1. Then he got shot. Then he came out with the Guess Who's Back mixtape 50, where it was like 50 Cent is the future. But then he was already getting signed with Shady, but people didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then he signed to Shady, and then it started announcing. And I forgot which one was it. I know it was in a mixtape that started like pretty much promoting it, like 50 Cent signed with Shady and blah blah blah.
I remember I saw it on MTV.
No, I heard it on a mixtape.
That he said that?
Yeah, I think it was Who Kid like screaming and shit like 50 Cent officially on Shady Records. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I've heard that too. But I think the first time I heard it,
It was the mixtape with the green cover where 50 got on the Till I Collapse. Now don't think I won't hit you cause I'm popular. I gotta, you know what I mean? That he started getting on all M beats.
yeah.
He got on Soldier.
There's a soldier. G-Unit Soldier. Every time I hear that beat,
G-Unit.
I can't not say
started
G-Unit Soldier.
I started my own game.
I can't hear the song. I
Shit.
can listen to Eminem and it's still G-Unit Soldier.
And listen, Eminem, bro. Eminem, greatest lyricist of all time. Don't go fuck what nobody says.
Technically,
Greatest lyricist of all time.
the best technical rapper.
And these new kids, like the kids.
Like if
now.
rap was a science, he's an Einstein.
Yeah, and the kids now, you got it. You like, it makes me upset, B. Like I gotta get real serious for this. Me and you both know. Oh, you hearing the bachata? Yeah. By the way,
All right, let's get serious. now.
like Romeo Santos is the best in bachata, by the way. But anyways, Eminem.
It's crazy that both of the greatest bachata singers, artists are named Anthony Santos.
Yeah, I
Both
thought
of
about that too. Romeo should have just stuck to it and been like, "Yo, Anthony Santos too." Like, you know, that's his fucking name.
Nah, but then
What you mean? That's his name. Like, if he would have been like, if his name would have been like Manuel, and then he'd be like, "Nah, I'm Anthony Santos," then people could be like, what? But his name is Anthony Santos. You know what I mean?
imagine in Aventura him being nobody, calling himself Anthony Santos. That's what you gotta think about. He was a Romeo from the first Aventura. That's
What?
the thing.
Was he? I could have sworn. I could have sworn when he was like the teenagers or whatever.
He was Romeo.
He was Romeo still. Well, listen, nobody could touch that man.
So think about it. It's like from the beginning he's gonna call himself Anthony Santos. They were like, get the fuck out of here. You crazy? But after becoming Romeo,
I think he could have done the transition.
then he's on shit all over Anthony Santos. You want to do that's his pops.
That's not his real pops. You know
Nah,
what
but
I
in
mean?
that song, that's his pops.
I ain't gonna front though. Anthony Santos, the OG Anthony Santos. To this day, I can still hear his bachatas and be like, "Shit, it's popping."
You know about? I know you call this verses, right? But
Yeah.
you know about the Swiss Beats verses.
Yeah,
I think you could put Anthony Santos up against anybody, and he's smoking them.
Not
Anybody in the
Romeo.
world.
Not Romeo.
Anybody in the world.
Not
Romeo
Romeo.
don't got 20. He don't got 20 for Anthony Santos 20.
You sure?
I don't think he got 20.
Because you know the
You gonna bring Aventura and then
no. The verses that they do is even it's like it was records he wrote for other people too.
damn.
Exactly.
Alright,
Exactly. El Torito got some gems that people don't know.
that Romeo wrote. Yeah,
Romeo
you're right.
wrote the whole shit. Don't let those credits fool you. Talking about that he wrote some of that.
Who said that?
Listen, I'm a rapper, so
Yeah.
my I have this bad
Oh, you mean
habit
the booklet?
now. No, I go to the fucking credits. Like,
Oh, they got those?
yeah, like Pandora does it. Pandora does
Oh,
it.
okay.
I go to Pandora, and I'll be like, it'll say writers, Anthony Santos, and then it'll have El Torito's name, Hector Torito, like beside it. I was like, what the fuck he wrote? Like a fuck, he go, huh? Like that's all he, they gotta give him
But,
credit for
hold
any
up.
little thing he writes.
Is it just El Torito? He's just in there.
No, El Torito's singing the song.
No, I'm talking about in the credits. When they say writers, is it just his name or he's
No,
just a
Anthony
part?
Santos first.
Okay.
And then it says slash.
I can see
El
El
Torito's
Torito writing the music part, the guitar. I
But
can see
Romeo
him.
does that too.
No, I know, but I can see El Torito making the beat
I'm gonna tell you
to
this.
say it, like
I'ma
that.
tell you-
He's a
I'ma-
beat maker
I'm gonna tell you
too.
this. You a music head, B. You a hip hop head. You a music head. You more than a hip hop. You a music head.
Yeah.
And me as well. We both fucking know. when a record sounds like an artist.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The records Romeo wrote for Torito, take El Torito out and put Romeo's voice. It's his talking about the structure of the beat, everything, the way the little symphonies, the little weird instruments, that's all been Romeo.
Yeah. And those are Torito's biggest records.
Exactly.
He may turn him into like a pop star. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
And Torito, he know where the money at. He keep calling.
No,
him
but he
man.
admits it. Like, it's fucked up if he hides it. He
I
admits
never-
it. He's like, yeah, he wrote for me. So
I stay away from like Hispanic interviews. You know what I mean? Because like the thing is, listen, I don't know about you, man, because I do music. I feel super let down when I find out an artist didn't write a record I love. You know how hurt I was when I found out that Kanye didn't write Jesus Walks?
you sure about that?
He didn't write that shit. Ramfest wrote that shit.
Damn. Oh yeah, I did hear that.
When and the thing is, they say Ramfest's version wasn't like Kanye's.
Like the whole Drake thing. When you heard the
You see, but people shit on Drake. But I'll say this about Drake: So Far Gone, who wrote that for Drake? Nobody. Drake wrote that.
Drake writes.
Drake writes,
He wrote that Jamie Foxx song.
And he
Publicly,
wrote-
we know that.
and he wrote Unbreakable for Alicia Keys.
He writes.
He writes.
He also gets written for sometimes, but he writes.
He
You
said
can't
it-
say he can't write.
He pretty much chalked it up to kind of like Kanye, how you're saying there's a collective, like, collaboration with artists, which I'm not mad at, but I didn't get let down by Drake because I feel like Drake does write.
He
You know what I
does.
mean? But when I found out Kanye, I heard Kendrick Lamar wrote All Day for Kanye. And that's one of my favorite records. So I was just like, yo, I can't even listen to Ye. Like, to be honest with you, I was like, I can't, like, I don't know who the fuck I'm listening
You
to.
sure it ain't because you fuck with Trump?
No, I didn't consider
Nah,
that.
yeah.
Matter of fact, we
Like, you just
recorded-
gave me another reason. Nigga, you just gave me another reason not to like you.
No, this
and
is
you don't write your shit.
it's November 3rd. We about to find out who's gonna be the new president. Like
Kanye
I told.
West, obviously.
But not for nothing, man. Listen, I love. Listen,
Yo, this shit probably settled with. Nah, we don't know yet. The world probably ended. We here talking shit.
hey, fuck it. It's better that way, no?
Yeah.
It's better that way. Let me
Yeah.
see. Let me see what's going on right now.
Nah, it's still too early. Probably some.
Oh, Biden is winning, 85 to 55.
Okay.
That's what's going on right now. That's pretty crazy. But all right, let's say this, bro. Let's say this. When I grew up loving Dr. Dre, but Dr. Dre never hid that he didn't write. He always was like, he makes beats. Other people write for him. Kanye was saying he wanted to be a rapper. And I love Kanye.
No disrespect to Dr. Dre. I love Dr. Dre and Kanye. And I might have struggled with that at one point.
With
Kanye not writing.
You too, right?
Yeah, but then I'm like,
Nah, man.
I kind of was able to like disconnect it and like
Really?
the music is fire as whatever. Because at first I didn't like Kanye at all because of all the sampling.
Really?
At first,
I fucking love
like
that.
this motherfucker, like every fucking 5 seconds is a different sample. How you paying for this? Like,
Yeah, that is true. I didn't know how he was paying
I was
for
like
that.
too much sampling, and this once again he came out when 50 was the man. So if you look at the contrast, I know when they dropped that album it switched, but before that it was Gangsta Gangsta Gangsta.
Which album?
The third one, the graduation.
Graduation.
After that, it switched. 50 became not the whole gangster shit went down.
It did go down.
The more Kanye nerdy in your feelings,
But people,
being yourself,
but 50
went up.
I think the only reason 50 fell off was because he was bullying too many people.
And all the bullies were like, "Nah, we gonna support Kanye now."
No, listen. I fucked with 50. Like, I still fuck with 50. I think 50 is an important part of hip hop. But when I look at it, when I think back, I just remember like I was like, yo, he's going at too many people right now. Like every other song was like a diss to somebody for no reason. Like I felt like he was just dissing people, but he did embrace that he was.
He
a bully.
does that to this day.
He does. He's still the same, which I respect. But I think we're talking about like what probably made him go under a bit. I think it was because of that. People kind of getting tired of the dissing. I think. I could be wrong. I think.
Maybe that, but it's rare to be white hot like that. Like how he came out and nobody matched it to this day. Nobody has come out with that much anticipation.
Drake.
And no,
You don't think Drake?
not that level.
Yeah, Drake has been popping for 10 years.
Oh, you talking about being popping? Oh no, I'm talking about like before.
Oh, no.
Like the build up, like, oh my God, Drake is coming. Nah, 50 was coming.
Yeah, no.
And 50 was like a fucking beast, and he destroyed everything.
He did destroy
and,
and he took down
and
he took
when
down
you-
the biggest artist at that time.
and like stood right next to him. Like,
No. I'm not talking about M. Let's
you
not
talking about Jay?
No.
Who you talking about?
Let's not front who was selling records at that time. We
Who?
know Jay was selling records,
Yeah.
but who was like the artist that was like
Don't
pop?
tell me Ja Rule.
He was, and we're talking about pop, right? Like
You talking about Ja Rule?
Hip hop pop. Listen, hip hop pop records.
Yes.
Ja Rule was fucking running it.
Yes.
And 50 Cent said, I'm gonna come take this whole shit down. Doing the same thing, hip hop pop records. He destroyed Ja. Took
But-
down the whole shit. And then what made it worse was they made Eminem get involved. Which pretty
Yeah.
much sealed the fate.
But you know what's better? Which it was like it adds to it. He did that before his debut.
What?
50
What?
destroyed Ja before his debut.
How? What you mean?
Before in the club, he had him. Ja Rule was done like before his first album came out. The mixtapes, all them I Smell Pussy, Back Down, all them shits came out before the album.
Well,
Now when he
say,
comes out,
I'll say this: I heard Back Down when the album came out.
nah, I heard that before.
No, I heard Back Down when the album came out. But
Okay.
I did
It's on
hear
there.
I did hear Bad News. I heard What Goes Up Must Come Down where it was like little subs to Ashanti and
He was
shit.
mad subs on mad shit.
Yeah, massive. The I Smell Pussy record had me dying. You know what I mean? The
Which
Order
isn't
of
a
Protection.
diss.
The Order of Protection.
I Smell Pussy's not a diss, and I like
not a
how they
diss?
flip it. No, just the
I
intro.
Smell Pussy. Is that
Just
you?
the
Irv?
intro. They talk about bitches.
That niggas.
Listen to the verse.
No, I listen
The
to
hook. Now niggas is pussy. I'm rolling down, nigga. Now watch me.
But put it this way.
All they talk about is girls. Like, it's a girl song.
In all music, all people care about is the chorus.
And that's what you remembered. But when
The
you look,
diss.
when you listen to the verse,
Yeah.
not talking about them at all, which is a good flip.
But listen, 50. Yeah, it's a good flip, but 50, he was hammering Ja. But I think he really took Ja down. Like when the album came out.
No, it was a nail. That was like he's only good at the street level. Boom, boom.
Yeah.
It's over.
Oh yeah.
It was over.
When the club came out,
It was over.
I was just
he
like,
ain't a street rapper. He ain't a mixtape rapper. Now he's dominating radio.
Even
it's
Irv,
it's over.
And I felt I appreciated the fact that Irv talked about that. You saw that interview
Yeah.
where he was like, "Yo," when he heard in the club, he was like, "Oh shit." Like it's gonna be a
Irv
problem.
Gotti is one of my favorite interview like to see.
Yeah,
I love him.
But then he
talk.
said some hater shit. Like I saw another interview. He was talking about he blocked them into a great situation. Remember? You didn't see that one where he was like,
Oh yeah. He's blocked. He blocked them
Yeah.
in the road to Interscope and Shady. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he said I blocked them into the.
He had to go to the West Coast.
Yeah, I blocked him into the best situation. But that was some hater shit. And I like how 50 he wrote back. He was like, "You see, now people understand why I'm mad," which is not really, Can you fault 50? I don't think nobody can.
When you know the whole story, you can't really fault him because you know the street shit that happened to.
Yeah, but the street shit. From what I hear and what we know, 50 knows the whole thing. Obviously, the parties involved know the whole shit.
Yes.
But supposedly 50, I forgot who was it. Who was it that it was some cat that nobody really knows, but he knows 50. He knows Ja. He was saying how 50 actually trying to be cool with Ja because of the whole like connection or whatever. I heard supposedly 50 had seen him and 50 extended his hand out and was like, "Yo, what up?" And that Ja kind of like shunned him like nah. And then 50 was like, "Alright, whatever." Like, you know what I mean? And then from there, it got a little salty. And it kept escalating.
The story was that Ja Rule got robbed, and he admits that.
Yeah, he said
he got robbed.
He said he didn't get robbed by, like, the way that 50 says he got robbed.
No, because 50 did play it up, like, afterwards. But even 50 says, I had nothing to do with that robbery. I just knew the guy that robbed him.
Yeah.
And he knew the guy that robbed him, which was Ja Rule says.
Over
Like,
a bitch. That's what he says. That's what Ja said.
yes,
And
you
he-
heard that.
Yeah.
But he got robbed by somebody he knows.
Who?
Ja Rule knew him, yes.
Oh, yeah, the guy who robbed Ja knew him. Which is kind of always
They
why it
knew
really
each other.
happens.
He knew 50. He knew 50.
Yeah.
Ja sees him with 50. And in Ja's head, he's like, oh, he must have had something to do with that.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
That's what Ja says. Ja
Yes.
says he felt like 50 had something to do with it. Well, I heard 50
One
say
of them
that.
say that.
I heard 50 said that. 50 said that Ja saw him chilling with the kid who robbed him.
Yes.
And that Ja was like, "Oh, I'm not going to fuck with him."
No, he must have had something to do with it. I don't know which one said that, but
I don't know. I heard
one of them said that.
I just heard 50 say that. 50
Yeah.
was like, yo, he was like, Ja must have felt like, since I'm like his peer,
Mm-hmm.
that I shouldn't, like, one of his peers, I shouldn't fuck with him. Like, fuck with the kid who robbed him.
Oh, okay.
But 50 was like, but I grew up with him, blah, 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 and all this shit.
Oh, okay.
But the moral of the story is that Ja got robbed.
Yes.
And somewhere between that, a beef started. You know, that it just got worse and worse. For Ja.
For those people that know, Ja Rule was in business or in some dealings with some street people.
With Supreme.
All right, with Supreme.
Yeah. Which
Supreme
which 50
is
people.
not from Ja Rule Hood. Ja Rule ain't from Supreme
Yeah.
Hood. 50 is.
Yeah, yeah.
So 50, I'm sure you heard him say that he felt like
Yeah, like, why you fucking...
I'm the one you should be fucking with. He's not even from the hood.
But I didn't even hear 50 say that, but people say that. So, if you, listen,
Yeah.
there's always going to be people talking. You know
Yeah.
that. But the only thing that I just know is that 50 does not like Ja at all. And I see Ja Rule trying to
But
make
I
some
could
kind
see
of peace.
50, like, 50 could be either way with it, but I could see him just amping it up. Even back then, like, I'm going to just act like
50.
this beef is way crazy. Like, my beef ain't really with him, but I'm going to just act like I hate him.
Well,
really.
Well, they was blocking him.
Because he is Ja Rule.
Well, they was blocking him, though. And the thing is... Listen,
Oh, yeah, but that was after he dissed him.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, after he dissed him, they blocked him. Yeah.
But, you know, we all know why 50 dissed him. Because, look, 50 dissed a lot of people. 50
This is before he started dissing everybody, though.
No, but 50 dissed Jay, and they don't got beef. 50 dissed Jay, like, when he was coming up.
You don't know who 50 got beef with. He might...
Well,
When I seen him with, like, he had Kendrick on the song. I'm like, he cool with Kendrick? Like, I don't even know who he cool with no more.
I don't think 50 cool
He
with
cool
nobody.
with Yayo? He cool with Banks? I don't know.
Yeah, he did diss him, like, recently and
Like,
shit.
every other year he dissing him.
Listen, I feel like when you've been through a lot, like, I think 50 been through a lot. And 50 worked hard to get to where he at. So I feel like he just don't trust nobody, and that's fine. That's fine.
And then I don't think
can't
I would
fault
be
him.
able to trust him either.
You can't fault 50, though. 50, listen, to get shot, to get set up, to see people, like, blocking you, people trying to take your life, B. I'm not talking about only just, like, physically, but, like, when it comes to money, material, everything, like, your well-being, people want to see you, like, gone.
It's crazy.
And I'm not mad for 50 to be like, you know what? Like, fuck everybody. Because to be honest with you, like, I don't wish this on nobody. Imagine that was you. I think you probably be the same way.
Now you hear like he was in like his grandmother crib like with the gun and just, like still bandaged up like
Yeah, like, I don't know. 50 been through
his
a
house.
lot.
His grandmother's house got shot up how many times? Like
I don't know about that.
yeah.
I don't know about that. I just know that people.
You ain't see the movie? Nah.
All I know is there's some cornballs that I know that be going to like his block because they want to see the house. I think it's like stupid to me.
Yeah, that's definitely corn bullshit. But then you've seen it everywhere.
Yeah, you've seen it everywhere.
Seen it in the Heat video. You
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
You see it all over the place. I'm not gonna go over there like just like,
Fuck.
to bother his grandmother.
Yeah, listen, I fucks with 50, man. I think when 50 came out white hot, yeah, it's true. When I think about it, true what you say. I don't think nobody could
It's like
top
a
that.
tidal wave.
I think I was. The thing is,
Nobody
nobody
when I
remembers
bought
Biggie.
that shit, huh?
Then you know what's crazy? I bought Get Rich or Die Trying bootleg because it came out earlier. You know, bootlegs will get the cut earlier.
Yeah.
I bought it in bootleg and I bought it at the release date. But I needed to have it before the release date. You understand what I mean? So I went and bought it bootleg.
I feel what you're saying. I never liked bootlegs, but yeah.
I supported 50. If 50 listening to this, he knows I supported him.
Because 50 might have put the bootlegs out. You never know.
Well, 50 did say he used the bootleggers as distributor.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what
the
I mean?
mixtapes.
Yeah, he used them because he was like, you know, people didn't know he wasn't. He said people didn't know he was dropped, so he kept it hush hush to keep the bootleggers like putting out his shit, which was fucking smart as fuck.
No, he's a genius. He created the whole mixtape scene.
Oh yeah. I seen he had
Like,
like
he made that shit like crazy.
I seen like an MTV Cribs had like years ago that he had a platinum plaque like for like mixtapes. Like it was like this crazy looking shit, and I was just like, 50 is the one. He put it up for Drake and everybody. So Far Gone was a mixtape, you dig?
It was, yeah. He made the album mixtape a thing. Like, I'm gonna put out original music and call it a mixtape.
Which was crazy at
And
that
that's,
time.
yeah, and then that became the thing for a long time.
Still
So
to this
Far
day.
Gone,
I done it.
Kendrick's first joint, even though they trying to act like that's not his first joint.
ASAP Ferg's first joint was a mixtape. Then it turns out album.
Nah.
Yeah. Trap Lord.
What?
Yeah,
Oh
Trap
no,
Lord.
that was a mixtape.
But it's like they treat it like an album.
It's not on streaming platforms.
Shout out to ASAP Ferg. Me and him went to high school together. That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, we went to high school together. We went to art design together.
Oh yeah. He do that. Yeah, you're right.
We went out. We was in the same school. Shout out to ASAP Ferg.
I mean,
He used to make shirts.
I
and shit.
haven't followed up on that. He's still ASAP.
I think so.
They said they kicked him out. I don't know.
They kicked him out.
I heard that.
Nah.
I mean, Rocky ain't say nothing. Some other, probably like the management. I don't know. Somebody else in ASAP Mob said that he was out.
That he was out
For
from ASAP Mob.
But yeah, I didn't follow up. But it was like a whole thing for like a day, and I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is shout out to ASAP Ferg, unknown Ferg from Daryl.
The whole ASAP crew too was a breath of fresh air when they came out too.
Yeah.
It reminded me of like Dipset and shit like that. Not to that level, but it was like a little.
Yeah, I guess they
Even
were
though
like,
he got a lot of hate when he came out, but I was like, I fucks with the pesos and the
no. I think Rocky is the
everything purple.
Rocky is dope. Listen, I've never met Rocky. I think I've seen Rocky probably once because as a Ferg, but Rocky is definitely like I'm a little disappointed he doesn't put out more music. But then again, once you're making money and you're probably set, he probably don't give a fuck. You know, it's Harlem, man. Harlem just they care about getting their money, man.
He's been keeping up with like the people in his class, except for Drake. Drake puts out music like a new nigga. Like
it's
every other
effortlessly
day, every other week. But like with the Kendricks and the Coles, he keeps up with them.
He
An
does.
album every 2-3 years.
Yeah,
He dropped that joint.
Which one?
The joint with the UK rapper.
The UK rapper.
Praise the Lord.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't that long ago.
That shit was dope.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front. Every time Rocky puts something out, I fucks with it. Like I fucks with it.
No, Rocky dope.
Yeah,
dope.
Rocky's definitely dope.
But when he came out, people hated it because he sounded like he was from Houston. Even though now it don't really sound like that because we got to know him.
Well,
He sound New York as fuck.
Listen, the era we grew up in, down south was running everything.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So it's only natural to be influenced by the South. You know what I mean?
definitely.
So I fucks with the South. I fucks with the South. One of my favorite. Listen, by the way, independent game is where it's at. I feel like that's where the real music is at. None of this mainstream shit is for me. Independent. That if you want real music, I believe really hip hop, independent, which was considered underground before, but now it's called independent. That's where the real music is at. That's where the real music.
Oh no,
is at.
definitely. That's why when you asked me earlier about I think your first question was how I feel about hip hop.
Yeah.
I think it's in a good spot because of that.
Okay.
Because if you know where to look,
Yeah,
it's everything.
Well, you know, when I mention hip hop, like what you feel hip hop is now, it's like you think about like the mainstream, like bullshit.
That's what you asked me.
Yeah, like the mainstream
But
bullshit.
if you ask me mainstream, you talking about the charts and all that,
Yeah.
still in a good spot. Because the only people that get up there are like the big records.
But rap isn't. People ain't rapping. You get what I mean?
Drake ain't rap on that.
No, Drake is an exception. You know what I mean? Drake is rapping. You're talking about like. Like there's rappers that I see on Academics page that I'm like, who the fuck is this?
And you know what? Most people feel that same way. So I don't put them in that category. You don't see them on the charts. Do you?
No, I don't even check the charts, my nigga.
Okay.
Put it this way. The only charts that I actually check, because I feel like SoundCloud chart is the only thing that really matters. That's what people are really listening to. You get what I mean?
People listen to SoundCloud?
People listen to SoundCloud has like this little playlist shit where they'll be like, this is what's like, you know, what's getting played the most, the top 50, whatever. Yeah. And then Pandora does it, Spotify does it also. You know what I mean? So the most thumbed up tracks, the most replayed tracks. So I that's where I stay at. But then I see these, I go on Academics page or I come across on Instagram and I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this? I was like, I've never heard of this motherfucker in my life. And people are like, I love you. And I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, you know what I mean? But then I'm like, well, like the new cats. I thought about this the other day. All the rappers I like always die. Yo, Juice WRLD was like one of like.
Damn.
Look, Juice WRLD died.
Shit.
I fucked with Juice. You hear me? I fucked with Juice. Tupac is my favorite rapper ever. He's dead.
OG, Biggie.
He's dead.
Big Pun.
He's dead.
Shit.
Look, Big L, one of my favorite underground rappers, dead. You understand what I mean? Juice WRLD, which is like the new school, dead. Pop Smoke, Dead.
Triple X. You fuck with Triple X?
I fuck. You know what's crazy?
Exercise Tentacion.
I didn't want to hear him because of the colorful hair. But then when he died, I was like, let me give him a chance. Which is fucked up. And then I was like, oh no, he raps. You understand? He actually does music. But then you hear fucking Lil Xan or some bullshit like that. Yo, when I heard who's the
He
cat
was
with,
somebody for a little bit. I haven't heard from him in a minute though.
who's the cat with the red hair? I keep forgetting his
Trippie
name.
Redd?
No, Trippie Redd's dope. By the way,
Trippie Redd's dope.
They gave him like the Sprite endorsement.
Oh,
You don't even know. Your little boat, little yachty.
Lil Yachty.
Garbage. Yo, straight garbage, bro. When I heard Lil Yachty, I was like, this is fucked up. Like, I haven't heard somebody as bad as Lil Yachty. Like, the first time I heard, like, the feeling that I felt when I heard Lil Yachty, it reminded me of Soulja Boy when I first heard him.
You just thought garbage.
Yeah, but
Like-
but at least Soulja Boy,
You gotta respect the hustle.
I respect Soulja Boy's hustle.
And it's also similar to yours.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
with the whole beat making, the Fruity
Yes.
Loops. Only that you're way nicer.
Thank you, I appreciate that,
And
bro.
everything, but he's like
Soulja-
trash. Even
Soulja
the beats
Boy's
when
trash.
you really listen to him.
Yo, listen. I had to listen. You got to get.
But you gotta
credit.
respect the hustle.
You got Soulja Boy was like the first cat on YouTube, putting out the independent shit, pushing everything, MySpace, all that. Soulja Boy,
That's his talent right there.
Soulja Boy,
He stays in your face.
he stays in your face, and even though he was whack, he still got power.
We heard him.
Yeah,
that's
we heard
what
him.
that's what his talent
Yes.
is. He made you hear him.
Yeah, and I respect Soulja Boy. I think Soulja Boy, they need to give him his respect. But then it's
Without
like,
him, a lot of shit wouldn't be.
yeah. But then I hear
what
these
it
other
is.
rappers, and I'm just like, yo, who the fuck is this, man? I was like, this is some garbage. Like, I can't listen to whack rap because I feel like it's gonna make me stupid or like whack. Like when I'm gonna record a song, like if I'm listening to a whack rapper by mistake, I gotta turn the shit off, because I'm like, this shit's gonna fuck up my whole flow of the way I write music. You know,
I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. Yeah, you don't want it to fuck up with your head. But I might get inspired when I hear some whack shit.
Well, you and me are different then.
It just depends. I might get inspired,
I think
or I might just feel like fuck this whole shit. Like this is what's out there.
that's how I feel.
But the most inspiration I do get when someone is fire, and I'm like,
Yes.
this is why
Yes.
I gotta keep doing this,
Well, this is what
because this is out there,
this is what I do.
and I need to support this
Yeah.
by making it grow in community. Like, we
So-
need more of this.
so you,
we need
like-
more consumers of this.
So when you hear a good record, you're like, you feel like you gotta make a record as big as that.
no, not as big, but
It influences you to make a good record.
for example, the lyrical shit,
Yeah.
the shit that you would think is like food for the soul.
Yeah.
Like I'm not just dancing to this, I'm listening to this.
Yeah.
You feel like there's not enough of it.
Hmm.
So I want to contribute to it. I want to add my little grains of salt or whatever, my little grains of
Yeah,
rice to make the pot bigger.
Yeah.
So that would be the main dish.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
But
all
before that, there should be more balance.
Definitely.
We get the ratchet crazy shit is cool. If
do you fuck
we
with it?
got the
Do you fuck with it?
huh?
Do you fuck with that?
In the right setting, yeah.
Can't fuck. Like, all right.
In the right setting.
You're right. There's some artists that can make the shit popping. Like they make me like it. Then there's like some bullshit out there.
Like, what's the last song that you thought like I shouldn't be listening to this, but I like it? Like this goes against what I believe.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Fuck
I didn't even
with it.
care to listen to the name. Like I didn't want to listen to the name. I didn't care to look at the name because I was like this. I remember like I'll just play the shit. Like I'll play my Pandora.
I mean that you like though.
Huh?
I mean that you like.
All that
But
I-
yeah, tell that story. Tell that story.
Well, no, it's just like all right. Like I'll go with my shit and I'll be like, what's out? What's new? I'll press play and I'll be jamming or whatever. I'll let it go. If I hear something, the thing is, there's records that are whack and they're not bad records. I just skip it. Like I don't like this song. But then comes on some trash records. Be there. I'm like, yeah, what is this? Like this is what people fuck with. And the thing is, what, like it just fucks with me, man. Because I was like, the only reason people fuck with it is because there's not enough good artists.
There should be a balance.
Yeah,
That's the main thing.
there should be equally as good rappers as bullshit rappers. But the thing is, I believe
Now
that,
you call them bullshit, but some of them are bullshit. But I mean, like,
but sonically they make good music.
yeah, the good music, the fun party
Yeah.
joint that just
Yeah.
turn up music that you
That's
don't
fine.
really listen to. You just
That's fine.
it'll play, you jump up, you go crazy, you drink, whatever, you smoke, and it's the vibe,
Yeah.
the vibe type record.
Yeah,
That's great,
yeah.
but that can't be everything. That just can't be the only thing out there.
Shit just blowing minds, bro. Just thinking about
You
this
know
shit.
about Griselda?
Who's that?
That's actually like a label.
Nah.
Griselda Records.
Nah.
You don't know about Westside Gun?
Nah.
Benny the Butcher?
I know
You heard Benny the
Yeah,
Butcher.
I've heard Benny
So
the Butcher.
Westside Gun, Benny the Butcher, and Conway are what make up Griselda Records.
Oh, okay.
Have you heard Benny the Butcher's records?
I've heard, I think like one or two.
Yeah. So people like to say they're like old school rap, but they're
Yeah.
not really. It gives you the feeling of it though. It gives you a feeling of 90s rap, even though when you listen to the beats,
Now that you mentioned that, I think that's why I like them a little bit.
yeah, it gives you the feeling. But
Yeah.
the beats don't really sound like 90s. They slower than 90s hip hop.
Yeah, but I think you just said said some real shit. I think that's why I like him.
They give you the feeling.
That's why his
And
name.
it's not just
I
the
remember
drug
his
talk,
name.
but-
Yeah, it's not just the drug talk. Yeah,
But the feeling, the rapping, like you gotta hear what they saying.
damn,
Like you just sit there and listen to it. Like remember buying
But-
whatever a album or mixtape and you just listen to it.
But
Like really listen to it.
nah, his shit is You just said some real shit.
Conway's nice too. Westside Gun is nice, but not as nice as the other two. He's more like a swag rapper, even though he got bars too. So don't get confused.
No. If you
Bars
got
than most. Like, out of the three, he's probably number three.
If
but
you got bars, then you all right
yeah,
with me.
but out of those three, he's probably third, but still better than everything else.
But I'll say this. Back to what I was saying. Like, I'm down now a little bit because I'm thinking like, yo, any rapper that I like is dead. But even Nipsey.
Nipsey died.
Even Nipsey, bro.
Pop Smoke, which is the new school.
Listen, I fuck with Pop. The thing is, people be like, you just saying that because he's popping out. No. When I heard Christopher Walken, and you keep hearing it, like Dior was good, but the Christopher joint, niggas saying outside, like after a while, you keep hearing it.
Welcome to the Party, I
didn't like that record either,
until I heard it
and you heard it bumping
50 times. Then I'm like, you know what?
Yes, that's what that's what I'm saying. I didn't like Dior, but then
No,
after a
when
while-
Dior came out, I just thought this is the same shit. But then I appreciated it. I'm like, you know what?
Like I gave him a chance, and I was just like, you know, I kind of like Pop. Like you could call it swag rap, but it was good music. It was good swag rap. It wasn't some bullshit rap. You know what I mean? Like, let's just put it like this: if you want real good music, there's only a few mainstream artists that are really good rappers. I can only think of Drake right now, to be honest with you.
Now, when you say mainstream, what you mean?
like on a label, like
Kendrick?
not independent. Like Russ is independent.
Kendrick is independent? J. Cole?
J. Cole. Well, they're not putting out music like that. We talking about putting out music. You know, like
They're on the downside. Drake, you can't compete with him. He's like, you would think he's hungry.
Let me say something. Let me say something.
The way he drops music.
If you want to put out music, you're gonna put out music. That's what I believe. I don't care what nobody say. If you really want to put out music, you're gonna put it out.
But there's a other side of it where
This is what I said.
we live in a microwave era, right? This is
out-
microwave music. And back in the day, artists might take a year to drop an album.
Yeah.
Most of the
Those
time,
days
it's,
are over.
most of the time it's longer though.
But those days are over, man.
But the quality was better.
The quality was better.
So if Kendrick takes 3-4 years to give us a fire album, I'm all right with that.
Yeah, but
What if he dropped 2 albums a year and it's all mid? Would you appreciate it?
I guess I can get what you're saying, but
Yeah.
the thing is, I have noticed this. I think I'm more of a fan of the rap because I'm a Tupac fanatic. So I've always been a fan of rappers that just put out work, not because they rush and just because they love the art. Like Eminem would put out a record, like an album every year. You know what I mean? And it was like not a short album. She was like fucking 20 songs. You know what I mean? And Pac, you forget about it. You know what I mean? Lil Wayne, forget about it. Lil Wayne's putting out. Lil Wayne shit was getting leaked, and he still had new shit coming out. You know what I mean? So I'm a Drake, like, you know what I mean. So I'm a fan of
Drake
like,
is an alien.
yeah, I'm a fan of just like, I guess those kind of artists. But yeah, I'm not gonna front. There's artists like Kendrick that they do need time to give you good shit, and I think those artists are important too.
Now, if you like that, check out Griselda because they drop like an album every week.
Yeah.
Like no lie, between the three of them, like an album every week.
Well, they're doing
It's crazy. It's hard to keep up.
They're doing the 50 Cent shit then.
Yeah, but all original music,
Yeah.
everything fire though.
Yeah.
You might skip a song. Everything fire.
It's probably premeditated.
They probably sitting on albums. Yeah,
Yeah, it's probably because there's fucking no way. Like all the records I put out,
But they work. They do what you saying.
Yeah,
the
I
whole
do.
Tupac thing. They always in the studio. So
fucking love Pac.
They probably have like an assembly line.
Yeah.
Like, the rapper writes his lyrics, the beat, the producer, everybody's in the studio, everybody get their piece, and everything is just working like that. And in a week they have the album.
Well,
It's crazy, but it's all fire.
Yeah, I gotta pick up on that because the way I do it, like when I put out a trash record, like it eats at my soul, b, like it eats at my fucking.
Well, why'd you
soul.
put it out?
Because at the moment you want to put something out. You get what I'm trying to tell you?
See,
yeah,
you can't fall for that.
You
That's what I'm
can't.
telling you.
You can't. But listen, I'll put out a record that I will say is whack, but people fuck with. But to me, it's whack.
Ah, okay.
You know what I'm trying to say?
That's what you're saying.
Because I'll be like, yo, why I put this bullshit out? But then I like that too, because then I know the next week I'm gonna fucking really like sit down and make a fucking song. You know what I mean? Make a good record. Because I'm the whole album thing. I don't think I'm gonna do albums like that. I'm gonna do albums, but I'm not gonna push to do albums all the time. And I feel like you just gotta keep putting out music.
It's the microwave era.
Hey man, that you gotta adapt to the times.
Yeah,
But then
I'm
again,
saying.
Tupac would have survived in the microwave era. Lil
Of
Wayne would have
course.
survived in the microwave era.
Tupac probably still making joints.
Jay-Z, I think, could have survived in the microwave era. If he really wanted to keep going. Jay-Z don't write. Jay-Z's always in his head. You know what I mean? So I think he
Jay-Z would have probably been Drake,
Well, Drake is... Well, yeah.
except the singing part. But like the production wise, like he probably would be able to produce at least 2 albums a year.
Yeah. pretty
Easily.
much. Yeah. That he wrote the Blueprint, one of my favorite Jay albums ever, like I think like 2 weeks.
In like 3 weeks it was done. And
Yeah, 2 weeks
on the
recorded.
4th week they already had him pressed or some shit. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Greatest album ever, I think. Not at all time, but one of the greatest ever.
You think his best?
I'm gonna say yes. So, and Me Against the World. It's Me Against the World, Life After Death, Marshall Mathers LP, Get Rich or Die Trying, Blueprint, So Far Gone.
Okay.
That's the albums that I'm gonna say. All right, these are it. And listen,
I agree
I'm
with all
missing-
of that.
I'm missing a lot. I know.
Oh no, of course.
But
You
this
just
is
said that off the top of your head.
top
Yeah,
of my
yeah,
head.
yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with all of that. But do you remember what you just said?
Yeah.
All right. So what was the first one?
Me Against the World.
All right. I think the double disc is better than that.
All Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
Me Against the World was that's Death Row pop. Me Against the World had Lord Knows. It had a couple joints that I was just like, I fucked with Dear Mama.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, it had
No,
good-
it's fire too. I'm just saying.
I feel like maybe because maybe the artist in me is the one being biased. Because I feel like Me Against the World is just him. It's not like the backing of Death Row and shit like that. It's just Pac. Like, you know what I mean?
It was more him.
It's more him. Like I got nobody.
Less gangster. Cause
No, he got some gangster shit in
No,
there.
I know,
He has
but
some gangster shit in there.
but
All Eyes on Me was
All
angry
Eyes
Pac.
on Me was
Angry Pac.
super thug.
Yeah, angry
Pac,
Pac.
yeah.
Like, you shot me, I'm gonna fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing.
The
yeah.
double disc is dope. Life
whole
After
wrath.
Death.
The
Life
whole
After
wrath
Death
of-
too. Life After Death was gangster and good.
So Life After Death is fire.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's not fire, but Ready to Die to me, front to back,
Ready to Die? You prefer Ready to Die over Life After Death?
Life After Death is like 50 songs. Fire, but mad records.
It's all great.
I know, but Ready to Die is more digestible. 1 to whatever number it is,
I can't.
no skips.
I can't defend you, man.
I think I skipped a few times on Life After Death.
What you skip?
I could pull it up. Hold on.
What you skip? No, off the top of your head. What you skip? What you skip? Off the top? Exactly. That's my point. You wouldn't know the song you skip. Like I skip. I skip. I Like My Style and Get Rich or Die Trying all the time. I always skip that record. Always skip that record. On the Marshall Mathers LP, I think I always skipped the Come On Everybody. That's on the first album.
That's the first album.
I skipped that record. Come On Everybody. You know what I mean? I skipped that record. But
All right.
Get Rich or Die Trying is like My Style, Like My Style, whatever. I skip that shit all the time. On Life After Death, fuck, B. I don't think I skip anything. Kicking the Doors, fire. Sky's the Limit, fire. The R. Kelly shit, he just got stabbed. That shit is fire.
I'm seeing a couple records here that I don't remember, so I'll probably skip them. What's I Love the Dough with Jay-Z?
I love the dough.
That's fire.
What?
Is it? I don't remember that one. To be honest, I'm a hip hop head, by the way.
Wow. That's like saying you don't remember Brooklyn's Finest.
See, that's the one I remember. What's
crazy.
Player Hater?
Player hater. I skipped that.
See, all right,
skipped
that's
that.
one. All
I
right,
skipped that. I skipped that.
Slim Shady to me is a better album.
Marshall Mathers LP.
Slim Shady
You
LP.
wildin', B.
Because Slim Shady is a different personality, and I appreciate that one better.
You wildin'. Listen, Slim Shady LP is fucking fire. But the Marshall Mathers LP,
As an
amazing.
adult, I can see why an adult would appreciate Marshall Mathers, even though it's still Eminem, it's still crazy, and still a whole bunch of crazy, foul,
I was a kid,
ignorant
bro.
shit.
I was a little kid.
I was a kid too. I'm just saying.
I lowered the volume down so my mom wouldn't hear what the fuck I was
But-
listening to, B.
Relatively speaking,
Yeah.
Marshall Mathers LP is a more mature album than Slim Shady. It's still some ignorant, immature shit, both of them. But the Marshall Mathers LP had more of his like emotions in it, as far as like being famous,
Yeah. Yeah. And
all
hating,
that shit,
hating fame and
hating
shit.
fame,
Yeah.
Stan. That's some shit you could cry to, right?
I
Like
didn't
it's
cry
more
to-
mature.
I
I'm just
didn't-
saying.
When I heard the bitch screaming in the back of the trunk, I remember I was like, all right, this is an album I shouldn't be listening to. You know what I mean?
It's more mature. It's still dark, still Eminem. But Slim Shady is more like he's like an alter ego.
Yeah.
You know about that? He's like
Yeah.
alter ego shit.
But he
Slim
has some
Shady.
like dumb
It's
songs
more
on it.
fantasy a little bit.
Yeah.
Like all his lyrics is like kind of crazy. When he's on his rapping shit, he's talking about pushing somebody off a diving board and then they belly
Yeah.
flop. That's crazy shit, right?
Yeah.
For fun, I think it's a better album.
All right.
And it's the one I go to most of the time.
Well, we're going to end it with this. I think Marshall Mathers LP is the best Eminem album.
It's better, but it's not the one I listen to the most.
You listen to Slim Shady.
Yes.
All right. Well, that just
And I listen to shit that came out before Slim Shady.
Infinite.
No, like some mixtape shit.
But I fuck with Infinite.
The Slim Shady EP.
Oh, the Slim Shady EP. That's what got him signed.
Yeah,
That's
I
what got him
fuck with
signed.
that.
Yeah, that got him signed. But all right, my nigga. So we're gonna finish it. We're gonna finish it here.
All right.
Pretty
Thanks for
much.
having me.
We probably gonna do a part 2 to this, man, because we could talk for hours.
Yeah,
dude.
we should do
talk-
that. We should do that.
We could talk
definitely.
for hours.
There's
Cause
still a lot to cover.
it's still a lot to cover, but we're just gonna say that I am a fan of the Marshall Mathers LP. And
Me
I can-
too.
And I can, no, you just said that Slim Shady LP is better. B.
Better.
So I'm not gonna critique it because I love M. If it wasn't for M, I wouldn't want to rap. So
Now let me ask you this: which one you heard first?
the Marshall Mathers LP.
All right, see, so that's different.
Yeah.
I saw My Name Is on TV,
Yeah.
and I was a kid.
Actually,
And to be honest with you, I never seen a white rapper. It was just wild.
oh, so that shit was like a cartoon to you.
I was like, went to school the next day and told my friends, like, was you watching MTV at 5 p.m.? And we all did back then. You remember watching just videos?
Yeah.
That shit was
in the
always be on-
morning.
No, after school too.
Oh, after school too, but in the mornings when I really would like
Yeah.
watch them. I'd be like,
It'd be
oh, what the
on
fuck?
when you wake up, just leave it on, getting dressed.
My name was dope.
But doing your homework, the shit was on.
Yeah, but my name was dope. But he's really rapping on that shit.
Yeah, when I saw that, it was crazy to me. Went to school, everybody, like my friends, was like, yeah, I heard him, and then we was like bros for life up until like middle school, just surrounding Eminem shit, like from then.
Eminem was the GOAT.
And that was the first album.
All right, well, my nigga, thank you for coming through.
Thanks for having
You
me.
already know.
It's a pleasure.
You want to plug in anything?
Radio Studio on IG
All right.
and on everywhere else. But IG, you could follow me on there.
Yeah, that's my man.
Support. I rap.
Yeah, that's my man.
I produce. I do what he does.
Yeah. Like I learned to mix a little better because of him. So.
And what's crazy is I got the love for that from you.
Oh, that's what's
Because
up.
I ain't know shit until I met him. So he taught me
Hey.
the basics at the time. He got better, but then I went to school for shit.
Yeah, and he made me better.
And I made him better. It's like a circle, and it's my
Hey.
nigga. And
Yeah, man.
if y'all need any studio time, just hit me up on Radio Studio.
Yeah, and he mixes. He'll mix your shit right. My man's know how to
Mix
mix.
and master, record everything.
All that. All right, bro.
And
so
I
you
raps
ready.
too.
Yeah. My nigga Ekis, y'all already know. This is Joe Chris versus. Y'all ready? Yeah.
Yep.